Well, Rachel is about my height and she's got dark hair. She's got her nose pierced and wears sort of dark makeup, dark mascara and stuff. And generally wears black. I think she works on like a makeup counter or something.
One time, she was back at my house, and like there was people there that didn't know Rachel and didn't know my relationship with Rachel, which is that I just abuse her, and it's okay because we're friends. So I decided to stick her in my mum and dad's washing basket and shut the washing basket and left her in there. And these girls that we'd met in Hive were going absolutely mental, like saying I was out of order and that, but I just kicked those bitches out because they didn't know that it was just fun and games.
They opened every single door, like imaginable, apart from Rachel's dad's bedroom door. And then we went in and me and Rachel were like so awkward, we couldn't believe what was happening, so we just hid underneath the bed covers and pulled them over on top of us, and I was like pinching Rachel, like being like, is this actually happening, what's going on, like couldn't breathe, like we couldn't breathe at all. And then we pulled the covers back over, and then there was like two men like standing, one of them had like the hairiest chest I've ever seen, just standing in their boxers, and we were like like we didn't know where to look, so we were like hiding in the corner of the bed, and then they two fell down and fell asleep, and one of the men was like so loudly, and then me and Rachel were like again like hitting each other, didn't know what to do because we didn't want to laugh because we didn't want to wake Rachel's dad up, and then we were like messaging each other on Rachel's phone, making up a plan of how we could get rid of them. And then we were like, oh, we'll just say like that your dad wants them to go. So we were shouting, like Rachel's dad's really unhappy, you need to go home now, and all that. And they just wouldn't wake up. So I had to like slap their faces, hit them, punch them in the head, and they still wouldn't wake up. And then we eventually like had to like batter them, and then they got up. And we were like, you really need to go now. So we were like, got them down the stairs, and then we were like all kind of sneaking back down the stairs, and then I went down first, and Rachel's dad was sitting at the breakfast table like, hi Carly, how you doing? And I was like, hi, and I just ran back up the stairs, and I was like, Rachel, your dad's awake. And we were like, how are we going to get these boys past Rachel's dad? And Rachel was like, it's fine. So she went down the stairs and she was like, hey Dad, that's just my rugby friends, some of Lindsay's friends, but they're away home now. They just have to wait for the taxi.
You know when you bat and then you bat it really well and you just want to run to the next stage? Well, when I was batting, I was running and I didn't realise I hadn't dropped the bat yet, so I actually ended up swinging it behind me and I whacked Rachel right in the nose, burst her nose, and she ended up having to go to hospital.
Massive attitude problem, I'm a very, like, I have got an attitude as well, but I can like calm myself down, and if a situation isn't that bad, then I won't react that bad. Whereas Rachel takes little things like really seriously, like for example fish and chips, and she'll go mental about it and be very cheeky. My mum says this all the time, she does have a bit of an attitude problem, but I think it's just the way she is. She's just quite hot-headed. She's really blunt as well, eh? Wido, that's a word. Yeah, she's a wido, very cheeky. I mean, we can all be cheeky, but she's a wido. That's how you describe her. Sounds like I hate her the way, but I don't. I like her. She's my sister.
Rachel doesn't like meat or sultanas or eating with big spoons, which I find a bit weird because she says she eats like her cereal and that with like a teaspoon. That's weird. Can't get a big mouthful.
When we were younger, I was obsessed with this film called Like Mike, about a black little boy that became a basketballer because he found shoes. And I watched it about 5 times a day, and me and Rachel saw each other every day, and she got sick of it, and I invited her over, and she said, I'm only coming over if you swear to me that you're not watching Like Mike. And I said, yeah, no, I'm definitely not watching Like Mike, we'll do something else. So she came over and my mum opened the door for her and she went, oh, Rachel's just in the living room. So she came in and I was watching Like Mike, and she stormed out, fell out with me and said, you told me you weren't watching Like Mike. So Rachel's sister stayed and watched it with me instead.
Rachel wears massive padded bras and pretends she doesn't, and she loves red MAC lipstick and gets it in her teeth quite a lot of the time. We don't do it.